upon Professor Speigelman to light the second torch in honor of the survivors of the Holocaust.
We lit this torch in honor of the survivors who began their lives again, established new families, and picked up pieces of their shattered world after suffering through the unspeakable horrors of the Holocaust. For ourselves, we lighted in memory of the 82 members of our family that we know were murdered here, especially Sarah and Rahel, the beloved the grandmothers of my wife, after whom she is named, and for Putzek, my little cousin, who was the only child I played with in my youth, and who was murdered here as well. All my life, I've asked, Dlaczego? Lama? Why? Why was the Holocaust? And I wanted to know, 1.5 million children died. Why did I survive? Well, I was born and circumcised. I had a Brit Milah soon after the war started. The Germans knew how to pick a Jewish child, especially a boy. They pulled his pants down. So I spent nearly 5 years of my life dressed as a girl, with long blonde hair, blue eyes. I was not typical of what the Germans called a Jew. Towards the end of the war, we were living in the garbage dump of our hometown. It was very good. We had a little hole there and the rotting garbage kept us warm. My mother and I would go foraging for food. One day, we were caught in what was known as an akcja. The local police would close off a part of the town. They would then search everybody for papers. Those who didn't have papers were Jews. And then there was a selection. The local police would say to the right or to the left. My mother, when we were caught like this, took me in her arms and said she was told to go to the right. To the right went the old men, women, young and women with children. To the left went the younger people who were still capable of working. My mother was sent to the right, she went to the left. The local police started beating us, and I still remember because I'd been told in public, you must never speak, you must never cry, and I still don't cry. You must just look and smile. And there I was being beaten by sticks, and I was smiling. Until today, many nights, I wake up with the feeling of being beaten. Anyway, the noise brought forth a German officer who said, "What's going on? This woman is not going to the right queue." He looked at my mother and he looked at me, and there I was smiling. And he said, "Let them go to this queue. This little girl reminds me of my daughter, and I miss her. I miss her a lot." And, when I grew up, the story hit me. And then I realized, this was a normal man. He wasn't a monster. He loved his daughter. So what was his job? His job was to select people to die. Because where we lived, within 1 hour, you were in Auschwitz. So my message to the young people here today is, listen, the Holocaust was created by lunatics, by murderous psychopaths. But who carried out their orders were people who loved their daughters. So what I want to say is, don't forget, if the lunatics look like taking over the asylum, that's when you must act, because it's the lunatics who create the Holocaust. And thanks to you all, maybe tonight I will finally have the privilege of crying, because I may have a little answer as to why I survived the Holocaust. Thank you.